Round 1. Round 2. Round 2.
Hi, I'm Will, and this is my contribution to the audio group project, Sluggers. For the gameplay, I handled most of the main systems and the ragdoll player, and the enemies. They were all adapted from a previous project which I've described in another video. For the new additions to this one, programming wise, it was primarily the round system and damage system, where the player and enemies take different damage if they're punched in the head and torso or their limbs. Other than that, I also built multiple levels and scenes, the main one being the garden and hell. The garden was reused for the main menu and the victory scene too. Heaven was created by another team member with contributions from me, such as the cherub. However, the main focus for this is the audio of the game. For my personal audio contributions, I added adaptive punches and impact sounds. These were recorded by the group in the Foley room, then edited by my teammates, and implemented into FMOD and Unity by myself. Their volume is controlled by the velocity of the rigid body, so slower hits will produce less sound, and quicker ones will produce stronger sounds. The round change sound, which is a gong, was recorded by a teammate and again implemented in FMOD and Unity by myself. The sound is simple, it gets played when the round changes. The harp strings, I recorded these using an online MIDI instrument to get the individual string sounds. These play on a scatter instrument. They play randomly but can also play simultaneously. It gives the effect that the harp is actually being played, just very poorly. The cherub. I'll go more in depth into this one in a minute, as it's a good example of the audio pipeline. The blood splatter. I use royalty-free splatter sounds for this. They play once the blood particles collide with something and leave a splat. It's to help give more depth to their deaths. For the audio pipeline example, I'll be talking about the previously mentioned Cherub. First, I recorded myself making sounds in Audacity. The audio was quite poor, with lots of background audio, so I decided to reduce it. I used Audacity to find the background noise profile, then removed it for a clean sound. I then split the audio clip into multiple sections and exported them individually to be used in FMOD. Inside of FMOD, I set up the timeline with a loop region and a multi-instrument. Inside this multi-instrument, there are multiple nested multi-instruments, with the previously recorded sound clips and silent instruments loaded into them. I did this to create more scarcity between the Cherub talking. Then I applied a 3D spatializer and delay to the master track to create a sort of mystical effect. Finally, I placed the FMOD event emitter onto the Cherub.